Hey guys, this is Kyle, and I am explaining Saturday's workout. So today, after injury prevention, we have our gymnastics skill where we're working on our pull-up or muscle up. So we bumped those quantities up per set to 3, muscle up to 2. Remember, stay nice and tight, guys, and spot each other. Don't forget to do that. Make sure everyone is getting spotted. That way the coaches can go around and make sure people are in a good position rather than having to worry about spotting everybody. After we do the pull-up and the muscle-up, we'll be on some type of push-up variation, whether it's a push-up on a box, plates, floor, rings, handstand. A lot of you guys are starting to get really good at these things. Try not to spot or over spot, especially on the handstand push-ups. I see a lot of people, if they can get a couple on their own, go ahead and then help them a little bit through those tough points. That way they can, when they go to test this out in a couple months, they're not relying on someone to touch their legs the entire time and help them up. Even if you're doing a little pull, it can make a dramatic difference mentally for that person. So those will be 3, no matter 3 sets of 3 on some type of push-up variation. After that, we're going to spend 3 minutes just kind of working on our ability to use some type of push-up variation in a Metcon. So advanced, we'll be doing handstand push-ups, and with their handstand push-ups, you can kip them. This is a good time to practice that. Remember guys, when you guys are kipping, come down into a headstand. I like placing my butt against the wall, and then make sure your legs go straight up, not away from the wall. So we go straight up. And that was not so great. It came off the wall a little bit, but that kind of gives you the idea. RX or intermediate, we're going to be doing push-ups from the floor. It's nice and tight. Or ring push-ups. We can do that as well. And beginner, we're going to work on our burpee because there's a push-up in there. Now guys, if you're working on your burpee, you should be working on that ability to keep your stomach tight, come down, and come up from that knee. Depending on how far along you are in your push-up variation. So you're going down, coming up, and then touching. We're going to touch a bar, so that way there's a regulation of making sure you guys jump. But work on keeping that stomach tight and not just getting all loose in that burpee. And then everyone's going to do cowbell swings. This is Russian style, so we're only swinging to the shoulder height. So you'll do up to 4 push-up variations, and then everyone's going to do 8 swings where they'll pick it up, swing it to shoulder height. And down their legs. 3 minutes going back and forth, and you're going to record how many push-up variations you did and how many swings you did. Treat this like an EMOM. You can add reps, so if you start off with, say, 2 handstand push-ups, and you're like, oh man, I'm doing better. You can add a 3rd rep as you're going. Don't go back down to 2. All right, we're going to use that same kind of logic as we do in our EMOMs. So after you do this practicing of using that push-up variation in a Metcon type scenario, we are going to do row sprints. So you can go 90 seconds, 1 minute, or 45 seconds, and we're just going as hard as we can for that amount of time. So we keep that pull strong and quick, and we're just trying to get max heart rate. Guys, I'm not going to have you record anything because all I care about is that your heart rate is up as high as possible. The best way to log this would be to wear a heart rate monitor. If you don't have one, then I just want you to go as hard as possible. If you have a heart rate monitor, as hard as you can and check your heart rate and see what your max heart rate was. The goal is to hit your max heart rate the same one you did on the air number. So you can also work on your efficiency of rowing while you're doing that. And we're going to do 2 rounds of that. So yeah, today's got some work in it. So good luck with it and have fun.